from the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 11 MP.
Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Good set.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Running on first down, Eckler. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Herbert now. And he's got his man on the out route. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
First and goal from the 6. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Pass out wide. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And
anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here we go.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side. And he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Here we go, here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 1, right?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
12, 12, 12.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Gun. Cut. 12.
Here's Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On one, ready?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
11. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
11 mighty.
On second and very short, Burrow. And that'll be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here we go.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11 MP.
Now it's Burrow. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
12.
Burrow will throw. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Herbert. And this one too low.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And they'll send Williams in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Steps away to his left. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Here we go, here we go.
First down. Here's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. To return is Taylor. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
11 empty.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
11 coming. 11.
Burrow looking to pass.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And you don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Slot man moves right. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
11 empty. 11 empty.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
He'll drop to throw.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed, getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Here's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams from 19 yards away. And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
But on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Gun.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Here we go.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 41.
11.
Burrow will throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
12.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Up the middle with Eckler.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Here's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Chargers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
11.
Here's Burrow. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
12.
They'll look to throw here. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
Burrow. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Eckler now between the tackles. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Second and goal from inside the 5. It's Eckler again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead now up to 14. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, we got to go score. Let's go.
To throw, Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football.
But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.